Hey guys, check out my hat. Look at that. That's cool. Check it out. Look at that hat. That's an ugly, loud ass fucking hat, but check it out. Hey, that's cool.
That's
Hi
still an
guys.
awesome hat.
We are the Super Barley Brothers. This is episode 41. Now it's time for pumpkin beers, but it's still 92 degrees outside. What the fuck is that nonsense? Oh, I gotta get this thing off. I gotta get this thing off. I can't wear this thing in the house.
Even though it's 92, that is Texas weather. It's actually a lot cooler than down here, unfortunately. It's been nice nights, though. It's been really nice nights. Brendan and I, this is Scott talking, by the way, if you guys are listening to the audio only. It's been
you should recognize
nice.
the voices, too.
Oh, well, thank you. If you're a new listener, though, this is Scott talking.
This is true.
It's actually been real nice with the... Brendan's been back in baseball, and it's machine pitch this year, and we've had 7:30 at night games, which suck because it's way past his bedtime by the time the games are done, but it's actually nicer weather at that time, even though it's, like you said, 90 degrees outside. It's 7 o'clock when we get there. It cools down to a nice, 85, 84 by the time the game's over. So
I find it funny that we're talking, like, when I walked out of work today, I said it was 92 degrees today. When I walked out of work and was walking to my car, I was like, this isn't half bad.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you try to pitch that temperature to anyone else outside of Texas, they're going to be like, 92? Are you fucking insane?
Exactly.
And yes, we are insane.
Yeah, right? Well, that's us, but I mean, well, no, most Texans are insane anyways. All right, so here we are. We're getting into the thick of video game season coming out because everybody holds on to their games until the fall, which it's upon us. It has felded, which, I mean, we're not going to talk a lot about that stuff because that's what we did in the last episode, so we're going to talk primarily about the stuff that we've picked up or the stuff that we've been playing, but primarily we're going to talk first about what we've been drinking. So, Scott, since you got like some big surprise that we're going to laugh at you for drinking, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you're drinking?
Drinking lately, not much. Been fighting this sinus infection crap. Like, weather changing, it jacks with my sinuses, and I look like a person that's been smoking a little too much.
At the ganja.
I pulled this out. I pulled last year's Sin Mint out of my fridge that I found. So, long story short, I've been having internet issues, if you guys couldn't tell from previous podcasts, and I finally was just like, screw it, I got to get them to come out. AT&T guy came out 6 o'clock last Friday, spent 2.5 hours at my house rewiring my system because he said, you don't need to be on coaxial, you need to be directly feeding from the box to your modem. And I was like, that sounds logical. So he did that for us, hooked us up with a nice new receiver. We now can record, I don't know if this is a good thing, we can now record up to 996 hours of standard definition, 300 and something hours in HD, which I'm like, that's not necessary because I don't do that. And then I'm like, well, my wife does, but that's another story. Anyways, we were moving stuff in the garage, and I was moving the fridge out, and I was starting to hear this clunk, 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 clunk. I'm like, oh, crap, my beer. And he was like, is everything going to be okay? And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. That was my bad. So after he had left, I was like, well, let me go check the inventory, see if anything broke. Thankfully, nothing. So, yay on that. But I was digging through, straightening up my bottles, and I'm like, what in the hell is this growler over here? And I pull it out, and I look at the sticker, like our good friends at Craft & Growler do. They actually make a little sticker, and they write on there what it is. And I was like, Sin Mint. What the hell? I thought I got rid of that when I went to my brother in March, because I did give him a Sin Mint to keep and enjoy since he is up in Virginia and not able to taste the fruits of the Texas beers.
I wonder what he ended up drinking then.
Yeah, I think he actually still has his, but I'm going to go ahead and warn him. He probably needs to drink it soon because it's still temptress, but you can definitely tell that the mint has faded, as all these flavored legendary seduction series, whatever you want to call it.
It's actually not a bad thing, to be honest with you.
I will be honest with you. Last year's Sin Mint, when I went to Craft & Growler and got my glass and also got my growler fills, strong it was a strong sin flavor. It was a strong mint flavor. I was like overpowered, like I felt like I had just drank Listerine, and I was like, and yeah. It's mellowed out. It tastes almost exactly now like an actual Thin Mint, because Thin Mint's more chocolate than mint. You just get a hint of it. So It's good stuff. It is, what we're going to do actually this year, spoiler for, Ian and John, if you guys are going to be at the New Year's party that we have annually, I've been collecting all year long the Seduction series of all the Lakewood Temptress. So we will do a flight from raspberry all the way to Sinmint to see what everything tastes like, and we can get a poll going or whatever to say, what did you like best? Which I know raspberry's probably going to be at the bottom of everybody's, but whatever.
This year I'm not going to be there.
Oh, snap. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've got it's an alternating thing.
It's okay. Hey, fair enough.
I've got my little one this year, so
Yep.
fuck a bunch of you guys, okay? As much as I'd like to hang out and get drunk with you guys, like we don't normally do already, except on the internet.
Never.
It would be nice, but when he's around, we do it right. We stay up till 11:58. Then we say, "Dad, I want to go to bed." That's what he does.
Yep. So I'm doing good. That's what I'm drinking tonight. Like I said, haven't been drinking much. I do want to hear about, John, your trip this week that you went with a fellow former co-host, but hopefully he'll be back soon when he's finished with school.
He just has to get through school.
Yeah. So what did you do, or what have you been drinking, John?
Well, on Tuesday, hey, look, you got a little visitor. Hi, little visitor.
We're recording to say goodnight, buddy.
Good night.
All right, bye. Hey, there's my son for you guys.
That's
All right.
live TV. Oh,
That
wait.
is live.
That's a little late for bed, isn't it? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he had. Don't worry about it.
I mean, holy crap, dude, you sent him to bed at midnight on a school night? Good Lord.
I know. What are you talking about? I'm a horrible dad.
No, so so Tuesday, we went. Jerry and I went over to Brass Tap, and we had French Quarter Temptress, fresh on the tap, and it was beautiful. And I also had the.
Explain to everybody what French Quarter is, real quick.
Well, French Quarter Temptress, it's basically your standard Temptress. Non-barrel aged, obviously, but it is then aged with coffee. Coyote, and I forget the exact name of the roaster, but it is a local roaster, and they bring in their coffee, they dump it into the fermentation tank, usually in secondary, and it gets beautiful. And this year's, I think, is the best one that they've had so far. The coffee is not overwhelming. It was very subtle, but it was just enough. It was chocolatey. It was coffee. It had that coffee flavor to it. Like I said, probably the best one that they've done so far. So very, very good stuff. That was a keep the glass night, so I've got an extra glass now for my French Quarter Temptress.
Should I be breaking my phone right now? I mean, I didn't
Did you not get the text from? Oh, you know what? You know what happened? It was Jerry. He didn't get the text out right.
Ah.
He did it through Google
I
Hangout.
do apologize for that, sir. He did do that through Google Hangout.
Well, next time you send me a text message. I am the oldest one here. I live in the Stone Age. I get made fun of. My girlfriend will periodically say, "Bust out your flip phone and let's get some shit done." It's like, do you have a camera on that brick of yours?
Hey, at least you don't have to carry around the battery pack in a
yeah, like the old car phones.
Exactly. Had the big old extendable cable off of it. Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yes.
Sorry.
My apologies, sir.
No. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you're perfectly fine. I will make sure that you are looped in on the next series of text messages that occur like that from a Hangout.
Yes.
So that you're not left out. But tonight, I am drinking a Vendetta from Speakeasy. Oh, let me
The other way.
right way.
There you go.
And this beer is brewed very specifically with Citra and Amarillo hops, and it is extremely orangey flavored. And this hails from California, and I picked this up in trade. And it is phenomenal. The color on it is a beautiful, beautiful orange.
Is it low filtered? Is it foggy or is it clear?
No, it's clear.
Okay.
It is see-through for the most part, except for the glass has all that decoration on it.
Can't fucking tell because of the light reflection.
I
That's
realize
like
this.
me saying, "What color are my eyes, asshole?"
It's pink. It's a good color for you.
I told you to quit staring deep into them as we're alone on the balconies.
Hey,
But
it happens. It's okay. I'll just make
But
sure
you-
not to mention it in public anymore.
But yeah, we will have to schedule a time to go to Brass Tab because St. Arnold's just had their BB11 series. What does it
Bishop's
stand for?
Barrel.
Bishop's Barrel, thank you. And the Bishop's Barrel 11 is a double Imperial IPA aged in gin barrels.
And they may still have 9. They
At
had,
BT,
yeah, they had 9 when I went in there a couple of days after open.
I'd say that we're going to need to go.
Yeah. And let Ian know.
Yes. We will invite along the girlfriend.
Well,
She's
it all
allowed to
depends
join
on
us.
when it takes place, because when I have my days off in the middle of the week, I'm usually in Fort Worth. So, I mean, it could have been one of these things where
There's a Brass Tap in Fort Worth.
Yes, there is.
that does me no good in hanging out with you guy.
Well, fair enough.
But we can make it easy. You can hang out with her. You can hang out with us.
Well, then I'm going to go hang out with her. So
I
go
don't
fuck
blame
yourself.
but Ian.
Yeah, I love you, but I love her.
Yes, and one would hope so.
What are you drinking, sir?
Yeah, what are you drinking?
So, as I say, it is pumpkin season. Still has been since July, apparently.
I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, it's only September.
So I picked up. It's one of the ones that I pick up every year. Even though this year I've been very disappointed, like very disappointed. I've only had like maybe one beer that really kind of stood out. Well, 2 beers that kind of stood out. We're like, hey, these are good. I still have a bottle of each of those 2 chilling out in the fridge. But so every year I try to track down a few specific ones, be it Whole Hog or Pumpkinator, which is getting bottled as we speak fantastically. I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so great. Because I can finally drink the 2014 that's sitting in my fridge once I get the 15 and put that on the cellar. But tonight I'm drinking Dogfish Head's Pumpkin Ale, and as they did last year, they have changed.
Oh, wow.
The
That is
label
much
that's on
nicer.
there.
Yeah,
I
so
like that artwork.
yeah, what we're
Wow.
looking at is a pretty young pinup lady type. God damn, this light's
No, you're good. Just keep doing that. That's
She's
all right.
3/4 naked.
Yeah, she's 3/4 naked. She's got a nice tattoo across her back. It's a very, very interesting art design. If I'm reading this right, and I may not be, I think it's Rich Kyle. Oh no, Rich Kelly is the artist on this year's bottle, which is it's really cool. Reminds me of Poison Ivy if Poison Ivy was in like the 1920s.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And you're not satisfied with the pumpkin?
I mean,
Okay.
It's too early for it.
it's all right. It's more one of these things where it's like this year I think more of them were actually using pumpkin and pumpkin spices, when I'm more used to people using the spices that go into pumpkin pie, like brown sugar and cinnamon and shit like that. So I'm more used to the pumpkin pie flavored beers like Warlock or
Pumpkin.
Pumpkinator, Pumpkin. Well, actually, Pumpkin this year I bought a 4-pack of those of the singles.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin is
Yeah.
the amber clear Southern Tier
Yeah.
pumpkin beer.
But that's in a bomber.
Not this year. It's not. It's in a
They made
4-pack.
Made it in 12s, huh?
No, 4. Yes. They made it in 12.
It's
Not
okay.
that good, though, either.
I'm really wondering if I let them sit longer, if they would have possibly matured a little bit more, because it seems like they're just pumping these fuckers out like real quick. Like I had some was it Punkel not too long ago, and that shit was bottled in July.
Ugh.
It had the
God.
bottle date on it, and it
How
was.
the hell do you make a pumpkin beer in fucking July, man?
I don't know, and it's one of these things where like I do enjoy the pumpkin beers like a lot, to the point where I have to fight from drinking them. But it's getting to the point this year where next year I may be a little like, is Pumpkinator out yet? Because other than that, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Overkill. Yeah.
Well, here's something to get your excitement up. You've had Oscar Blues before, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some 1050.
No, I haven't had 1050.
You haven't had 1050 yet? What have you had, Governor or Governor?
What was that? Pinner?
Okay.
Wasn't that theirs?
Well, you're in luck. It's going to be even closer now.
Oh, they're going to be in this state?
Yep. They are building a brewery in Austin.
Really?
A brewery brewery and tap house. Be open
How
next year.
close to Jester King?
I would imagine it's not going to be that far.
No,
And we'll drop Ian's ass off, and
Oh.
we go to Chester King.
No, I'll go to Jester King too if I could get some more of that funk metal. Oh my god, that shit is good.
Whoa! So you actually dug that funk metal?
Yeah, don't you remember we talked about
That's
that
right.
like 4 or 8 episodes ago?
So at the birthday, so we had Jerry try it.
Mhm.
Jerry hated it. Like, he almost spit it back out in the glass. Because we were telling him, like, look, dude, it's got a stout flavor, but it does have that sour taste in the consistency a little bit of funk. I mean, it's what it is. And he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, just sip it. You might actually enjoy it. Give it a shot. If anything, you won't like it, and whatever, we'll move on. I really thought he would like it, but he took the opposite. He definitely was like, "Ugh, gross!" Ugh. And I was like, "Oh man." Yeah, he pulled one of those.
Yeah. Well, and it was
Each your own.
it's actually, and I also, you guys brought me back a bottle of black metal to go along with it, and I thought the black metal actually had more of a sour to it this time around than it did the first time I had it.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot more sour this run.
Yeah. So the funk metal, I mean, I was pretty prepared. This is going to be a sour, excuse me, and a thick stout. So I kind of had the thought process of like a grape, like a soury purple grape in like dark chocolate. That's what I thought of before I had it, so that I was like mentally prepared to handle what was coming my way. And I tell you what, I love the bottle for that. It's still sitting, like, I've got a shelf in my bathroom. It's fucking badass. I love it. Like I said, I think it was the podcast either before you guys went or after you went, when I was talking about I want that art. I would hang that shit on my walls.
They actually sell their art at the brewery.
But see, that's the thing, is I don't want to.
I know, and it's
All you got to do is get somebody that's willing to go down there, pick it up, and then
if I'm able,
send it up here to you.
I've got so much shit that I need to hang on my walls anyways. I got I think I might have shown this to you guys a while back. I got a Metroid poster for my birthday that needs to go up on the wall.
Very nice.
I actually ended up with 2 of them somehow, but
wow.
Whatever. So, real quick check-in. Did you ever track down what's this fuck amiibo, the Ganondorf?
Oh damn it! I didn't go. Oh, I should have brought him in here. Actually, so
that was a yes.
The amiibo addict that I am, real quick, because I do want to hear about, because we've been playing quite a few games in 3 weeks since we recorded. The amiibo addict that I am, I actually have a I forgot what they call it on Twitter, but like a notification when a specific tweet comes through for amiibos. And I got notified that Ganondorf was available on Amazon, so I immediately got the notification, hit buy now, and I'm a Prime member. And yeah, I actually got Ganondorf right before they sold out at $12.99.
Oh, that's
and
not bad.
I actually scored a Zero Suit Samus. I was able to get that. So everybody that didn't know or whatever, that's not on our group page. Friday, September 11th, I was off that end of the week. Not in memory of what happened, but I had to take off because my father that takes care of my son went out of town, and I needed to be there to be the daycare provider pretty much.
Would that be as opposed to the father who does not come and watch your son?
That's right. Never mind. Getting so much trouble. So anyways, I thought to myself, wow, Mario Maker comes out, the 30th anniversary comes out. I know that 30th anniversary amiibo is going to sell out like that, so that's my first go-to. Spoke with Ian, told him I would try to get him a Zero Suit if I could, but 30th anniversary comes first. That's my go-to, and I got to get it in the original color. I ain't doing that classic modern crap with the blue overalls. I'm sorry. I don't do blue. I do brown. Anyways,
he says this as he's wearing a blue shirt. For those of you who are not watching,
this is a special
yeah.
shirt. Anyways, so I went to the checkout. They brought us in. Of course, there was 10 guys ahead of me, and I'm like, really? This is what it's come down to? And so we go in, single file line, mind you, because we could not get out of line. And the lady says to us as we're checking out, if you're here to buy Mario Maker, you can buy it. You are limited to 1 amiibo per person. And I was like, huh? And I didn't think to try to say, hey, dude, I will give you money if you will just get this amiibo for me. But I'm glad, Ian, you were able to get your Zero Suit Samus. I actually went later, like I was telling you that evening when you told me that you got it. I was like, Jenny and I went out to dinner. And we're just like, can I stop by Target over there off of Stacy 75? And she's like, yeah, I don't care. And so I went in there and I was like, hey, you guys got any amiibos in the back? Yeah. What do you want? I'm like, Samus? Yeah, here. I was like, thank you. Check, please. I was like, okay, I guess. I know. I was like, okay, you guys are right off a major highway. I didn't think so. But anyways, I'm sorry. I drew that out way longer than it should be. I have not opened the 30th anniversary amiibo yet. I know what it does in Super Mario Maker. It actually will transform Mario into the new Super Mario Brothers when he's like 10 feet tall or whatever, if you want to think about it. I don't know if I will open it. It's one of those. I have opened every single other one, even the Samus and Ganondorf. They are opened up, and I know you don't, and it's because you don't use them. I actually do use them. If I could use the old Mario in Super Smash Brothers, I would consider it. Like if it would transform Mario into an 8-bit Mario in Super Smash Brothers, I would have been all over that, and I would have opened that up, boom, synced it, whatever. But since it only works with Super Mario Maker, I will probably leave it in the package at least as long as I can.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is that the only reason why I bought the Samus in the suit and the Samus in the Zero suit is because I'm a huge Metroid fan.
Sure.
I have no interest in ever taking him out of the package anyway.
Right.
Shut your mouth, John.
As you shouldn't. You shouldn't. If you're not going to use it for Smash Brothers, you shouldn't take it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. I'm glad we found that out. Good to know that you got the Ganondorf. Because I would look at the shelves every now and then to see if it was there, but I wasn't on the hunt anymore, to be honest with you, since I got the one that I wanted.
The addiction is real, though.
As long as they don't make a fucking Metroid one with the little Metroid monster-y thing. If they do, boy, and I know Nintendo's sitting there. Reggie Fils-Aime's like, I could get $12 more out of this motherfucker.
I'm wondering what they're going to do. What is it, Federation, whatever, if they're going to do some kind of special amiibo for like that character in that game, but we don't want to talk about that game. We already had our spiel about 2 months ago.
Which I want to still fucking buy it. But
I know, yeah. But, I mean, what are they doing now with the freaking Animal Crossing home, whatever? They have cards now. It's not even a amiibo figure, which I think they're still going to release, but you can buy these 6-pack of cards that have the QR code on there that you scan. Mm-hmm. So at least they're trying to supply and demand, but who wants a damn card? I'm sorry.
See, that's my thing too. Is like I don't care if you have a backlog of these fucking figures. Make enough. You are not. These are not hand sculpted. They're not hand painted. They're not fucking Fabergé eggs. Let's quit being dicks about it. You are in the red. You need to be in the black. These are going to quickly put you there. Reproduce the first wave.
You ain't kidding. I want a Captain Falcon so bad. And I would really want whatever. We don't need. I'm addicted. I'm already like, I have my wish list up, and I'm like, why do I want a freaking Pikmin? Why Olimar? Why do I want all these other ones? But it's like once you start that collection, it's just like the damn Skylanders and the damn Infinity. It's like, wow, they look really cool. Even though I know I'll probably never use it except for that one time where I'm like, look, he shows up on the TV screen. Okay, we're done. We'll never play this in about 6 months.
That's like with my little one getting out of Disney Infinity. Now that they've done a Star Wars one, I'm going to end up going back and buying some of the figures. Like, my God, I want a Boba Fett figure, but I'm not buying the special edition PlayStation 4 edition to be able to get the Boba Fett figure. And if I get it, it's just going up on a shelf because we're not getting that game. We're getting Lego Dimensions.
And I saw that commercial tonight. Oh my God.
And if you would oblige me for just a second while I open up my Best Buy account so that I can read off to you how many of these.
The total price that it's going to cost?
Oh no, it's already cost me. They've already got my shit. Basically, what we ended up saving, and when I say we, I mean this is my. God damn it! I got to put in a password. Hold on. Oh, this thing. Okay, well, my computer takes a minute.
The password is 123456.
That's the code on my luggage. So I ordered $255 worth of Lego Dimensions shit, and there's only some of it that will be available this year. This year. So we've got the game that'll be able to pick up on Sunday. We've got, let's see, some Ninjago set that comes available on November 3rd. I've got, let's see here, Jurassic World set that's on its way to me. Cyborg from DC on its way to me. Chell from Portal on its way to me. Some other Ninjago one on its way to me. Oh, here we go. Another Ninjago one that doesn't release until January 19th. Another one that doesn't release. Oh, wait, no, that's the gold guy. He's on his way. Bane is pre-ordered in, when does he come out? Oh, March 31st is when Bane comes out. Let's see, here's another one. Yeah, Superman, March 31st. The Joker and who the hell is that? Oh, Harlequin is January 19th. So I got a while before that whole order comes in. And that's me sitting there going, all right, kid, let's put them all in the cart, and you tell me which ones you want. Or as we're going down, he's like, I don't want Doctor Who, I don't want Scooby-Doo, I don't want, Alice in Wonderland or Wizard of Oz, whatever the other one was. So we got done with it, and I was like, we may have to take one or two out of this. We didn't have to. And of course, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I told him flat out, the Chell Portal one, you have to get one that I want, and that's the one I want. I want to say we ordered Back to the Future, but I guess we didn't. Running through all this.
I thought Back to the Future was one of the basic ones that was out there for the starters.
No, the starters are Batman, Gandalf, and Wildstyle from the movie.
Oh, okay. Because I know when Andrew and I were looking at it, we're like, oh, good Lord, how are we going to afford this and Disney Infinity?
Yeah, see, that's...
You don't.
Yeah, you can't.
Picked one.
That's what I told my little one. It was like, okay, before I showed him the trailer for Lego Dimensions, because as everybody knows, I don't know if you can see that table of Legos. That's all leg. Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good looking leg there.
I don't know if you can see that table of Legos.
Yeah.
Right there behind me. That thing is, that's a fucking death trap waiting to happen if it were to collapse and fall over.
You'd be stepping on landmines all night long,
dude,
man.
this kid has a trap, okay? This kid has made specifically a trap. It is a circular piece that has a hole in the middle, and he takes a clear, straight piece and puts it up through there and then sets that piece down on the floor. Every time I see it, I scold him.
Oh my God, that's
I'm like, dude, I'm going to step on this one of these days, and all these things are going into the garbage disposal.
Oh, man, props to him. That's awesome.
So
no, you don't afford both, John. You pick.
No, you do pick. You have to pick and choose. Like, I'm going to buy some figures from Disney Infinity 3.0 just because it's Star Wars based. Oh, and there's two main characters from Tron, so I'm gonna fucking buy that shit and put that up on the shelf because I'm a Tron whore as well.
Life of a parent/fan nostalgia. Yeah. Anyways,
why do we have to be the way
speaking of games, John, I didn't know if you had anything else saying about this whole figure shit.
Yeah,
all right.
No. I'll show them off the next podcast we have.
I am seriously intrigued by the game. I don't see myself diving into that.
Well, I tell you one thing that
I've done Skylanders, I've done Infinity, I've no way of thinking that I'll get into the Dimensions, but that's yet to
one thing I do like, because I've only done Infinity before this for the Toys to Life stuff.
Right.
One thing I do like that they're saying that you could do in Lego Dimensions is if I am in some other world, I can literally put any fucking character in there and it will work. Not like Disney Infinity, where if you're in a playset, you have to use the playset characters.
Well, that's what I'm wondering with 3.0.
You don't have to.
Is that the same
thing
thing with
non-playset
3.0?
character.
No, you can only use a non-playset character if you're in the toy box. If you're in the playset, like if you're in Pirates of the Caribbean, you can only use Pirates of the Caribbean figures.
Yeah.
Now, in 2.0, there are some Marvel figures that will cross each other, but you have to find all the crossover keys first.
Tony's been able to...
Not in the actual worlds. You're talking toy box. He's just been playing around with the toy box, I want to say.
Because he's been playing the worlds.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to know
I'm-
the 3.0.
90%. I may have to go back and try it myself this weekend.
But anyway,
Yes.
yeah, well, that's Dad's game or whatever. And if you need a PS3 controller, John, let me know because you need to play with your son.
Yeah, I know.
In a video game way.
Oh, this just got all sorts of
Yeah.
Dark, I know. I was like, wait a minute.
No,
But,
if anything, we're going to buy
play
him
that, but-
a controller that may be small, one of the microcontrollers for him.
That's what
Sure.
that's what we've got for Gabe is here. Hold on, let me see if I can't
If
grab
we
it.
can't, yeah, if he's got.
Because
Yeah.
Tony's hands are so small as it is anyway. It's
That
funny to
is
watch
true.
him as he plays because he's like this. He's like
So
trying to twist his hands around.
So
Yeah.
there we go. Let me go ahead and do that. So
Where'd
obviously
you get that at, Ian?
I got that at Target for 20
Okay.
bucks.
Yes.
Okay.
And then,
They
of
got
course,
one.
well, you got the shit. That's really hard to see. You got the big ass black one that's Dad's, and then you got the. Funnily enough, this is the one I use on my PC gaming because I
It's
still
just the
have
right
small
size.
hands, you know. All right, so let's get into stuff that's not children's video games. Let's get into some adult video, not Leisure Suit Larry, but let's get into some
Oh,
mature
yeah.
and teen. Yeah. So, Scott,
Go to John.
you got John.
Go to John. John's ready. Just Cause 2?
Fallout anymore? Or?
No, I beat Fallout.
We'll do an update. Yeah.
Do what? You're
Give
getting...
us an update. Give us an update. Tell us about it.
We'll talk about. Yeah, tell us about Fallout.
Well, Fallout's done.
Well, yeah,
I
okay.
beat Fallout.
Okay, but last time we checked in with you,
There's
you were
your-
playing New Vegas, right? Did
No.
no,
No,
okay, so you
we
gave
got-
up on New Vegas and went back to
No. I beat New Vegas.
which story, though? I don't remember if we talked about that.
Which story did I beat? I went back because I saved the act. Well, no, I didn't. So the one that I did is I killed everybody and left the robot alive.
Mr.
So I
House?
killed Wes. No, House is dead. I eliminated House.
God damn it, I just dropped that, and it's dark in here.
That was smart.
Yeah, I'm going to find it with my foot later. Or my son's
I
going
was
to go,
about to say,
Dad,
is that
what's
your
this?
landmine?
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bottle cap? Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's a
Well,
landmine, Daddy.
That's going to hurt.
You think?
Much. A whole bunch.
Mhm.
So, okay, so you recently finished Fallout 3.
Yes, so I finished Fallout 3 a
Did you
couple weeks back.
acquire any of the DLC for 3?
Not yet.
Okay,
I
so
will be. I have not yet.
Broken Steel is the only one that will continue the game on. I don't know if they went back and patched it so that you could technically continue, because I know 3's ending is pretty much you're fucked.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Unless you send Fox in there to do it for you.
Possibly, but as far as I'm aware, and as far as I played, yeah, I'm basically fucked. There is nowhere else for me to go.
Okay.
But there had been thought about going through, because I tend to play with relatively good karma, so there was thought of going through and playing as a pure a-hole and just killing everybody and keeping the karma at the absolute lowest.
Oh, you mean playing true to life for yourself then?
Well, yeah, I play as a female and I play nice. What can I say?
Oh, that's
I know, right?
stereotypical, dude. You know that? That's sexist.
That's okay.
Sexist. That's what that is.
That's okay.
Can't always assume that women are nice. I know quite a few that aren't.
Well, yeah, we all know some that aren't. Ian needs a hug now.
Hug me.
Ah. Scott, you're not hugging. Join the hug.
There we go.
Don't grope the string.
Did you smash your face into the camera? That's what it looked like to me.
I cut the balls.
What? I was about to say, what are you cupping my balls? Is that what's going on here?
Lord.
Yes.
He's letting you know
Get
you
your
love
hands
him.
off me. All right, so you
So,
beat
yes,
Fallout.
there will be an event we'll go back and play through again.
What was your favorite of the two? And you can't say that you
Three.
loved them both. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, New
kind of.
Vegas was nice, but I don't know. I liked being able to actually build something in 3, and 3 seemed to flow a little bit better. Even though I think there were some weird glitches, and it may just be because I'm running Windows 10 and I'm playing a game that was 10 years old, give or take.
No, yep, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right. 10 years old. Well, no,
Yeah.
because it was 2008.
So 7 years old.
7 years old.
Yeah.
Almost a full generation on the old consoles.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough that there were some issues. There were some issues playing it into Windows 10. I had to download, I think, Windows Live games. If that gives you any indication of how I had to make this thing work. So yeah, there's not the forward support for it like there should be. But,
well, I think it's more one of these things where not a lot of developers got out ahead of the Windows 10 thing. Like, I'm still reluctant
no, not at all.
to upgrade my laptop to because I don't want to lose the ability to access the games that I've got.
I don't think the thing is that you're not going to lose the access to the games. There's just going to be tweaks or maybe little weird things that happen on occasion.
Fucking much. This is the shit why I'm a console gamer and not a PC gamer. And you put the disc in.
You do realize that
it works.
You do realize that a console game is built on a PC to start.
Let's talk about Batman.
Built on a PC to start.
No. Well, it was drafted on a PC,
Yes,
and then they started actually working on it to run on a console.
Yes.
Then they ported it to a
different
PC.
hardware. And it's still not fully fixed. They got a patch for it, but it's still not fully fixed.
There's actually a mod already out there where you could play as all the other characters that appear in the game. Like, you could play as Harley Quinn, Joker in 2 different outfits, Deathstroke, spoiler, and the Arkham Knight and Scarecrow and shit like that, which I thought was really cool.
Now, see, I think you should be able to do that with all the games, especially in the Batman universe.
Well,
let me play as everybody else.
At least in the challenge rooms. Oh, yes. Wait, no, that's part of the DLC pack because fuck you and your money.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so John, what did you think about Fallout 4 Season Pass when they said, here's a Season Pass, we don't know what we're going to put on it?
Hey, at least they were honest and upfront about it.
Not like
I don't understand why they even announced it then. Don't announce it.
It's to prepare people, okay? At least they were nice enough to announce it and say, hey, guess what?
Game.
We are going to have this season pass, and we will have stuff for it. We just don't know what the hell we're going to have for it yet.
Then why announce it when you don't even know what you're going to put on?
Because you're not going to go, oh, hey, by the way, we have all this content
like
already
saying,
pre-built, and we're not going to give it to you unless you buy it.
It's like saying, you can see this movie, we don't know when it's going to come out.
That happens all the time.
No, it does not.
Okay,
you don't pre-purchase a movie ticket.
I pre-purchased Bloodstained, the Itagaki.
That's a Kickstarter.
Well, yeah. It's still a pre-purchase. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get my hands on it.
Kickstarted to guarantee yourself a copy, but you wanted to see the game made, like I did with Mighty Number 9, which don't even get me started about that. No, we're not even going to go into that.
So
prime example.
Here's the thing that you got to remember, and I don't want to sound like Ryan when I say this. That would be the other guy from the Late Night Enforcers, my other podcast. I don't want to sound like Ryan when I say this.
Go ahead.
But it's one of these things where if they announce a season pass like that, then wait until shit starts coming out for it if you're even considering purchasing it. Like,
I just still didn't understand the whole announcement, though. That's my only thing, is that's such bad PR, in my opinion, because it's like, okay, you want to announce a season pass, release a game actually working, because you know Bethesda's history with working games on launch, and actually release it, have a good launch, and then say, you know what, here's a season pass we're going to come out with. We have some things in the works that we're actually considering, such as story-based and also cosmetic-based, horse armor. But it's like, don't just say, here's a season pass, go ahead and pre-purchase it, because you know that there's loyal cocksuckers, whatever you want to call them, that are like, oh, give me that Bethesda dick, I will pay $40. Isn't it $40 for that season pass?
Yeah, I think it was like 35
Jesus
or 40.
Christ, that is $20 less than the damn game.
So, okay, I understand where you're coming from. As a consumer, I understand where you're coming from. Usually these announcements aren't for us. These announcements are for the shareholders.
Gotcha.
So that's why they announced it so early.
Right.
It has nothing to do with you or me. Because if I'm going to buy it, I'll buy it on my own sweet time. Like, I kind of getting into what I'm playing, and I'm not. And we're going to come back to you, John, because you said Just Cause 2, and I want to ask you questions. I recently finished Batman Arkham Knight. Technically, did I immediately decide that I want to buy like I have
Catwoman's DLC coming up? Woo!
or Batwoman, Batgirl? The Red Hood is finally available after being a pre-order bonus, which that's only like $3. So I'm like really fighting against not buying it, but I've got Metal Gear, which I'm getting off track. It's one of these things where it's like, if it's spaced properly, that's fine. In my opinion, like the way the Destiny stuff was done, the time frame the Destiny stuff was done, that was fine. The amount of content inside of it was not. I know that the amount of content inside these Bethesda ones are probably going to be pretty good, but I'm not going to buy them until someone can tell me this one's a pile of dog shit or this one's a good one. You know?
And I know we've debated about this, and it's like a whatever they call it, repeating record or whatever on the whatever. Anyways, I know that you said that this all started with L.A. Noire, and the thing that I can compare this to, where I'm like, this is
hold up, I'm sorry, L.A. Noire.
No, did I say Noire?
Noire.
Noire.
What is this, L.A. Picasso? Is that what we're going for here?
This is how I can compare it to, and this is why I think, and I'll get into Taken King in a bit, but that's why I respect Blizzard. Bitch about them, talk shit about them all you want, but you know what? They don't do season passes. You know what they do? Expansions. And you know what they are? Great expansions that you actually get your money's worth. Legacy of the Void, Heart of the Swarm, that came with, its expansions of StarCraft 2, freaking Reaper of Souls, or whatever the freaking Diablo 3 expansion was called. I would rather prefer expansions like Taken King and I can't think of any other ones, but you guys know what I'm talking about. That's what I would want. I don't want a freaking season pass where you guarantee to me a year's worth of content, and over half that shit is, and again, I'm preaching to myself. If you don't want it, don't buy it. That's the whole gist of this. But that's where I think that you said that they're for the shareholders. Well, don't they have their own little separate conference calls where they talk about their own shareholders, and they have them on the call, and they say, here's our plans for the next 3 to 5 years, and here's where we see in us, and this is why you need to invest in us? They don't need to announce that on, public media.
Where do you think most leaks come from?
True. All right.
So
all right.
Why not just go ahead and announce it to both the shareholders and the consumers at the same time? Because, I mean, granted, I'm a huge Bungie fanboy to where before Destiny came out, I was like, yeah, I'll probably get on that season pass if it's going to be anything like Borderlands or Diablo, like they're saying it's going to be. Then it wasn't, so I didn't until someone paid for like half of it. So then I paid for the other half of the season pass. So.
I can't wait to talk to you about that first mission in Crota. Oh wait, did you ever do Crota?
Wait, the Dark
Any of the Crota's missions?
Yeah.
No, Crota's. Yeah, did you do that?
I didn't do the raid, but I got up to the point where you have the little jar, and you're supposed to fill in the jar with all the stupid shit. Because they took that jar from me.
Stop. John, go back to you. I'm so sorry, dude. That was a huge ass rant. So I'm glad that you like Fallout 3. I know I need to play them as well.
Wait, you haven't played them?
I don't.
Get the fuck out of my podcast right now. It's not even my podcast, but get the fuck out of this podcast.
I know. Hey.
That's just going to be me and John, which is just me talking and John going, yep.
Hey, it is not always like that. It just depends on what topic we get into.
Very true. We talk about beer and you won't shut the fuck up.
This is true. We get into consoles, I get a little bit quieter. That's only because all I have is just my PS3, okay? Doesn't make me any less of a man.
I thought you had a 360 at one point.
I did. I sold it.
Of course you did. For crack cocaine, because you're stupid.
My employer listens to this.
Uh-oh!
I'm kidding. My employer does not
seriously
listen to
doubt
this.
he bought real crack cocaine. Call me. I'll tell you what he spent the money on.
Hookers and blow.
What is this? The glass seats at a Stars game?
Yes. Hey, it's got to be enjoyable for somebody, right?
Yeah. All right, so Just Cause 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so game. Are you only focused on like the single player stuff, or did you try any of the multiplayer stuff?
I have not played the multiplayer yet. I'm only playing the single player. I've already beaten the game once. Beat it on PS3. And now I've gone back and I purchased it a long time ago on the PC and just decided, hey, I need something to play. Let's go ahead and fire it up.
Awesome. Not a bad reason to start playing.
I encountered an error with the game, as usual.
Wait. You encountered an error with the
I
game?
encountered an error with the game. It basically would, because of the settings that my graphics card can handle being ultra high, and the game's aged quality.
Hang on a second. Scott's losing his shit. So
Another PC issue. This is great. Go
It
ahead,
is
John.
another PC issue. This is
Keep
great.
going. So
You're welcome.
sell us on PC Master Race, please.
Hey, fuck you.
You're really
hold on a
gonna
second,
deny.
Scott. Don't try to
Hey.
come out from underneath your blanket of PC Master Race bullshit.
No,
I've got a PlayStation 4. I'm good. I've got an
I've never said that I am all about that, but all this shit talking that we get about PC's better and all this other stuff. So you've had an issue with Fallout 3 where you download some freaking files and shit. Now you're having a problem with Just Cause 2, Batman Arkham Knight can't even come out. Please, John, what was this error that you encountered that I think the same error why I never started Just Cause 2 because it kept crashing on me too.
Was it?
No, that was something else. No. Was that Just Cause 4? Far Cry 4? No.
Far Cry
No,
4?
Fallout New Vegas kept crashing on me, and there was a file fix for that I never pursued because you had to download some DLL files and shit, and I was like,
this on 10 or was this on something else?
I'm not on 10, I'm on 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an 8 issue. This could just be an OS situation. Regardless,
So yeah,
in this case, all I had to do was just turn off one of the collision factors, one of the collision graphics. I had to turn it off.
Wait. Okay, you've told us how to fix it. I want to know what the problem was. What
so you
was happening?
downgraded the game is what
It
you
would shut down.
So you downgraded the game.
See, I thought you
the
were going
game
to tell
would
me
just-
something. Hold on. I thought you were going to tell me something magnanimously awesome was going to occur. Like, I don't know, buildings would implode and then explode on themselves
No, that
if
would
you
be really
walked up
epic.
and did the Konami code up against the door.
No, this was as simple as if there were too many bullets flying on the screen and they were impacting at just the right time in just the right locations, the game would shut itself off.
So a game developed on a PC like you kept telling us. couldn't
Again,
handle
this game was not written for Windows 10. Kiss my ass.
Don't blame Windows
It's not written for
10.
Windows 10, and all I'm running on
Do
is
not
Windows
blame
10.
an operating system on
I am
this.
blaming an
How
operating
dare
system.
you?
It is an operating system issue.
I hate it when mom and dad fight.
Oh my god.
We still love each other. This is not a
It's
fight.
not.
Because I'm
We're
gonna
just having a discussion.
I'm gonna load up Just Cause 2 on Saturday when we have our LAN party, and I'm gonna see if it happens to me too.
It
I wanted
probably
to-
won't.
It's a
Windows
video card
10.
issue, dude.
It's only been a Windows 10 issue. This has been found across multiple video card types, and only on Windows 10.
Because I do want to try the multiplayer mod though on Saturday.
As would I. I would enjoy
Yes,
playing those.
I want a full report
Yeah.
on that multiplayer because I hear there's no limitations. Like you can have up to like 400 people in one fucking match, and that
Even
would.
though, yeah, we won't have that many.
No,
Unfortunately,
there's
but
no way that you guys could do that.
I
But
still
I mean,
just want to. It reminds me of Mercenaries. If you ever played Mercenaries 2, like John and I were obsessed with Mercenaries 2 because we did co-op on that, and all we did was destroy buildings, and we would call in nukes and all this other airstrikes and stuff. And it was fun co-op. It was destruction at its finest.
you
Just like-
wait till the next crackdown. You and me,
Oh, no,
Scott,
I-
dude,
hey,
it's
trust me.
it's so going down.
Absolutely. That will be, yes, I will, yeah. Nothing else needed to say on that one. I will definitely be picking up Crackdown 3.
Is it called 3 or is it just
Or they
called
just call
Crackdown?
it Crackdown. I'm fine with that.
Fuck
They
it, I
can
don't give a-
forget about, if they want to reboot it, fine by me.
I'm waiting for them to give away 2 as like a game with gold thing because it's the only way I would play it.
No, you won't.
No, I would play it.
No,
I
you won't.
wouldn't finish it. I would play it. It wouldn't
All
take long for me to get my fill. All right, so
So-
John,
Yeah, Just Cause 2, what have you been doing?
Just missions.
Fucking
Just,
around?
yeah.
Gotcha.
My preference in that game, and only because it's so massively huge, is to have a helicopter everywhere I go. So
Have you watched any of the video previews of the gameplay of Just Cause 3?
I have not.
Phew.
I probably need to go in there and watch them.
You will be very satisfied. I'll just say that. I am looking forward to it. I am kind of shocked
have
that they're
to pay
releasing
for
it in
this?
December. Well, I mean, hey,
there's a horror joke in there.
you
somewhere.
can definitely donate to whoever you want to, but the content's free.
So this
With
is
the
purely a
option-
transaction for viewing pleasure only. There is no monetary.
You will deposit your own into your paper towel, whatever you use.
I was about to, I'm with Ian on that one.
Anyways,
Real bad.
no, seriously, definitely looking very promising. I'm just very nervous about why it's releasing in December when that is like dry month.
Well, that's because it is dry month. That's why it's releasing in December. Because they, so it's one of these things where I seriously think if a company releases a game then, they don't take the game too serious, and they understand that everybody that wants to be the big boy, the big guy on the block,
Yeah.
has already released their stuff, and they're just like, look, here we're putting out just a game. It's just a stupid fucking game. Like, as far as I'm aware, there's no true story in Just Cause except for raise chaos on this island to piss off this dictator.
That's all it is?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so it's quite literally fuck. What is the Metal Gear? Just kill as many or knock out as many people as you can and build your mother base.
Fulton everything.
No, you can't, unfortunately. Unless there's eventually a point. I'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
John, anything else?
Nah, that's all I got.
All right. So Scott, am I going next, Scott, or are you going next?
You go next because I want to hear Metal Gear because I didn't get to watch your streams.
I thought you were in there.
No, I didn't get to make it. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'll put
the
those.
archive. Yeah.
I'll put it up on YouTube eventually. I need
Yeah.
to, don't let me forget before I end this call with you guys tonight. We need to do that. I need to do that. We need to do that. That's the royal we. So first, I want to backpedal real quick and just let you guys know that I have finished Arkham Knight, as I kind of mentioned earlier. And being that I am a huge Deathstroke fan, I am going to spoil this a little bit. He shows up in the game, but it's only after you've completed the main story. If you haven't completed all the little militia things that have been left around, he comes in to finish what wasn't able to be done by the bad guy of the game. I'm very saddened by once I found out that he was in the game. I did a quick YouTube search to see how that boss fight goes, and if it was worth it, I was going to do it. It wasn't worth it, so I watched it, and that's all. But I did finish the Batman game, which means I have played every Batman Arkham game except for that 2.5D one, which I'll eventually get around to. I mean, I bought it for a couple of bucks. I'm gonna play it. It's like a Metroidvania type thing, and well, you know, all know about me, my Metroid bullshit. I actually enjoyed 3 of the games, and a good portion of the 4th game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to do a solid plug because I'm not going to be too in depth here.
No, go ahead.
We at the Late Night Enforcers, me and Ryan, are actually doing a review cast. Scott's going to be joining us for that as a guest star. Yeah. He'll be joining us on this, and we're gonna basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the entire series as a whole, and we're gonna do kind of like a review, at least of Night, if not a review of the entire thing minus that 2.5D thing. So it's going to be happening. God damn it! Do you have that up? It was October
24th.
October 24th is when we're going to do it. It's going to be live.
It will be spoilerific, so if you are not interested in spoilers, do not join.
Yes, it will be full of spoilers because that's kind of how this conversation is going to go. But to make sure that you are aware of when this takes place, now that we've even told you, subscribe to the Late Night Enforcers YouTube channel. That's where you're going to see it. That's where the chat's going to be. That's where all that stuff's going to happen. So join us then. If you're on the Super Barley Brothers group, we're going to definitely share that link a bunch of times. But I have finished it. I did not 100% it. I did go to YouTube to see the 100% ending.
Can't wait to talk to you about that ending.
Yeah, that was interesting. So, other than that, I've started in on, and fuck Slender, by the way. Slender the Arrival can go suck a fucking dick. Okay, I fucking hate that game. I hate it. I've been told that I'm at the hardest section of the game right now, and I can get through it. I know I can get through it. I've been told I can get through it. But fuck that game. I don't want to fucking play it anymore. I'll go back to it eventually. But right now, I'd like to kind of, for lack of a better term, kind of save where I am until we get closer to Halloween, which irritates some of my loyal horror-watching fans for my stream, by the way. That's Fiend75002 on twitch.tv. Right now, I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5, and I'm trying to make sure that everything that's at least story-based is streamed. Now, I'm laying this out here or now because I haven't said it on my stream or in the description of the videos because I haven't put them up yet. Anything that's a side op, I'm going to do on my own. I'm going to take my time. Excuse me. I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to do those on my own. Anything that's story-based, I'm going to go ahead and stream that so that you guys can see it, and I'm going to have it there so that we've basically got the whole story that we can go through and watch. Now, is there a possibility that some story stuff might pop up in the side ops? Oh, that's a possibility. Oh, well. But, you know, if that happens, I'll try to jump on a stream real quick and make sure that I'm getting as much as I can, even if it's just for the archivability of being on stream, not having actual viewers interacting with me. Because my first stream, apparently I spent a good 20 minutes muted. Yeah, no, Twitch didn't do it. I did it. I hit the mute button at one point because I was about to end my broadcast, and then I was like, you know what, I'm really close to doing this, and I didn't unmute myself. And there was all sorts of good, happy, fun stuff that happened. Like, I threw the guy that I was supposed to put on the back of the horse. I threw him, like, away from the horse. First thing I do need to say is do not let the first impressions of this game judge how you view the game. If you watch like my episode 1 or the Awakening chapter or anything along those lines, that is not how the game is played. That is all about getting Snake out of a hospital, and it is really different. It's trying to like teach you some of the mechanics, but in a very enclosed environment.
Did you like how they told him to use the stairs?
I can't remember. Did they?
Did they tell him to use the stairs, and he's like all bloodied up, and didn't he have to go upstairs?
I did, but by that point I was walking. I was just fine. So it was like I went up some stairs, and then they said, no, let's go down. And then I went down some stairs, and I kept going, and they were like, no, come back up here. It's like, okay. What drove me fucking nuts, and the spoiler, I mean, it happens within the first 15 minutes of the game, and this made me so angry. So fucking angry. At some point...
How angry?
Oh, really angry. At some point, the doctor that you're there with, that wakes you up, that you've seen in some of the trailers, he's like, all right, so now that you're awake, people are going to start coming for you. We've got to change your appearance. Create your new face. And you go through this fucking thing of creating a new face. Just to have that mean bullshit. All the fucking bullshit. Like, there's like 10 minutes on that fucking, at least 10 minutes on my fucking stream where I'm sitting there trying to make my guy look like Slade Wilson, who is Deathstroke, by the way, just throwing that out there. And it doesn't fucking matter at all.
I love the Giant Bomb podcast description of when they were talking about that game and all this stuff that you can do, though. Like, get the cassette tape that plays a dude going to the bathroom, and you can actually sit in the stall playing that tape, and the guard will walk by and actually think that if somebody's going to the bathroom in there, and be like, no, okay, nothing going on. Just walk away. Or if you play, like, Quiet's, which I want to watch you unlock her. But anyways.
Yeah.
Quiet's humming that she does, if you play that, or no, it's a lullaby, I want to say, I forgot what the lullaby is, but supposedly you'll either put the guard to sleep or it'll have him call it in and say that target's down or target's been eliminated, and
no,
so you're in the safe.
There's a tape that says target's been eliminated.
Oh, okay.
And I actually think, and I may be wrong.
John, this game does so much crazy stuff. It is insane. You can stealth ride a horse.
Yeah, when you're riding a horse, you can actually hit the A button and click over on one of the sticks, and he will ride on the side of it so that you can actually ride past a base on your horse.
And did you hear what they said about
random horse?
You can actually get in a Jeep, and before you get in the Jeep, you can throw a shitload of smoke bombs in there, and if you have the smoke bombs go off, the guards will just take it.
They'll look at it, but it'll just continue driving by. The one thing that I haven't the thing that I haven't worked on yet, and I'm needing to save up my resources to be able to do this, and I can't wait till I can unlock this ability. I need to finish working on poop technology. Yeah. Because apparently you have to R&D D-horse pooping. Because I can't, unless there's like a button sequence that I don't know, or a story mission you got to do that unlocks the pooping, because I can't do it.
So you can make So yeah, John, you can make your horse poop on command, and it'll make like Jeeps or anybody chasing you go like a banana peel on Mario Kart. They'll just spit it out.
God.
And I've
Yes,
had
because horseshit
requests.
is
Game has
slippery.
it's got so much.
I've had requests
Oh, yeah.
to call in the horse after tranquilizing someone and covering their face in horse shit.
That's what Dan Riker was going to try to do. I want you to do that. I want you to do that.
I need to get my pooping technology
I
up.
know.
before I
Yeah,
can
once
do
you
that.
unlock it, I want you to try to capture that.
I'm just wondering how many raw diamonds I need to get to be able to poop.
And you know about the secret where if you have a crate Fultoned out, you can actually jump on that crate so you don't have to pay for extraction charges.
Mhm.
And you can actually Fulton with the crate or whatever on top of it by just grabbing the rope.
Same with vehicles and things along those lines.
Oh, that's awesome. I want this
I
game so
can't, I
bad.
can't Fulton those yet, and in fact, I wasted a Fulton last night trying to Fulton out a mortar. It was too heavy. It wouldn't go. My Fulton is just like I get 10. After going to the base and going back out, I get 10. So that's it. That's all I've got for the entire time I'm out there. So it's like I'm not wasting shit. Although I'll give you, I was riding my horse the other night, and yeah, I'm pantomiming riding horse.
Hang on.
Thank you. Yes. Get some coconuts. Let's put those together.
There you go.
So I was riding along, and all of a sudden I heard a little puppy. I dove off that fucking horse. I mean, I X'd off the fucking horse. Guy goes, whooshu, off the horse, because I was like, where's that puppy? I want that puppy. That puppy's mine. Cutest little goddamn thing in the game. Oh, I tell
Right.
you. The thing that was
I wanna
driving
see-
me crazy is listening to Kiefer Sutherland do the same as the puppy's licking his face during the cinematic that follows that.
Oh, and John, I'm seriously considering getting the PC version because on the PC version, so when you helicopter in on a mission, you can unlock cassette tapes where you can play tracks that are unlocked on the game. 80s stuff. It's mainly 80s and 70s rock and stuff like that. On the PC version, since you have access to the directories, you could put in your own audio files that you have. So some people have put in like the Mr. Belvedere theme song whenever you're going in, whatever. And
Oh my
whenever they
God.
whenever they extract out with the helicopter, it's the closing credits to Full House. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da.
That's fucking funny.
It's so awesome. You've heard Dan Riker since he's a huge wrestling fan, and he's been doing wrestling intro songs every time he goes in.
Buddy of
So
mine,
awesome.
buddy of mine at work said that his friend has John Cena's entrance music on his
that's great.
on his speaker. So
So I'm definitely considering, because I have a 32% off coupon from Green Man Gaming, that I might actually pull the trigger on Metal Gear Solid 5.
I would say go ahead because it's Konami's last video game,
Well, yeah.
except
Well,
for what
mobile.
PS. Well, no. I said video game. I didn't say trap. I didn't say money magnet. I didn't say pachinko machine, and I didn't say health club. So
Yeah.
there.
Well, PES, like you said, PES is the only thing that they're going to be coming out with, that annual soccer game, just to
Yeah.
reap funds or whatever.
Well, that's because there are some diehard fans.
Well,
of
yeah,
that.
Europe. I mean, it's the most popular sport in the world, so might as well. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's the horse sound.
It's awesome, though. I'm really interested in this game as far as what all you can do. It really
So-
has my interest.
I have uploaded and then downloaded my game save from Ground Zeroes.
Hmm.
Did you? So I'm not sure if those saves are cross-platform. Did you download Ground Zeroes on the
I
one?
did.
Okay. So I would say it would be worth going ahead and playing through that just to get used to the way the controls are.
I played through it on the PS4. I mean, I played the base. I didn't do all the extra stuff to,
Well, you need to do the mission that gets you Hideo Kojima because he's a really, really, really good character to have.
Okay, I didn't know you could. Okay. Good
Yeah,
to know.
there's a mission in Ground Zeroes where you're supposed to save a particular VIP character, and at the
Awesome.
end of it, it turns out to be Hideo Kojima.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. Anything else, sir? Because I know we're about to need to wrap up. So I'll talk about what I'm playing.
Which is Destiny. No,
Actually,
let me tell you real quick before we
Go ahead.
start on it. So just so that you guys know, the only Destiny that I have is Destiny Vanilla, the Crota's, the Dark Below, which is the Crota stuff, and the
Mhm.
House of Wolves. Now, the House of Wolves I only played like a couple of times. Crota I played maybe 2 or 3 times. maybe 4 times. But the other night, I decided to go ahead and jump into year 1 Destiny. Like, I don't have the Taken King.
Well,
But
you have the update though, so you're in year 2
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is, it came up and said Destiny, the Taken King. It didn't say Destiny.
Right. Yeah.
Now, here's what caught me off guard: is I'm cruising around Mars, just taking care of some bounties, and all of a sudden, Taken King enemies show up,
Oh yeah.
and it caught me completely fucking off guard.
Yeah.
Like, I had no preparation for. All of a sudden, there's these white and black guys that split in half, and I was like, okay, well, this is cool. I'll just shoot them because I
That's
need
awesome.
to still get to level 40.
I don't know what they mean. So, I mean, I won't talk much about Taken King because I can talk about it forever. I want to talk about the other game I've been playing. Like I've been telling everybody that has asked me, why do you like Taken King so much more than what you paid $20 for, which was Destiny? Taken King reminds me a lot of what happened between year 1 and year 2 of Diablo 3. People bitched and moaned about Diablo 3 and how horrible the drop rates were for their legendary and rare items. The auction house was a piece of shit. Everything was just fucked in the game, and it just didn't feel like a Diablo game. Blizzard came back and said, all right, we've realized the error of our ways. Here's what we're going to do in year 2. We're going to up the drop rate. We're removing the auction house. We're going to clean everything up, and everybody loved that game. And everybody came back to Diablo 3 and actually appreciated what they did. I appreciate what Bungie did with year 2 so far. I have completed, I think I'm probably on the last mission because I have to go to the Dreadnought to fight Oryx or do something. I am pissed because I did come into the game late. All of my exotic gear that I thought I was a badass with is now shit. And I don't really have a need for it other than I need to get the trophy/achievement to have all legendary/exotic items equipped because I have not unlocked that yet. They've totally revamped, so I don't know how much you've actually looked into this, Ian. They've actually totally revamped the currency. They don't have Crucible and Strike marks for currency. You don't have Crucible currency. You don't have Strike currency. You have legendary marks. That is a universal currency now that is used that you then can redeem based off of if you want Crucible gear, if you want Strike gear. It's actually nice. It's one currency fits all, and it makes it easy. The only bad thing is it's hard to get now. You don't get currency after every Strike or after every Crucible match that you play. You get it if it drops on you. Just like the gear at the end in the recap screen on Crucible match or in the Strike mission when they say, here's what you've got, yes or no. I've only gotten 15, and it cost at least a minimum of 75 to get any purple gear. A lot of my friends that are still playing that play way more than I do have only got still blue items in their inventory or in their equipped armor and weaponry. I'm just playing as I go. I only play about an hour or so. I don't really play a lot, and that's what I love about Destiny is I don't feel like I have to play a lot to accomplish something. I can get a bounty. I can go into a multiplayer match. I still love Control. Control is my game mode. I love it. I think it is the best thing ever. It makes me feel like I'm actually helping my team because I'm actually doing something, whether I'm guarding one of the control points or if I'm trying to capture one and I go full Blade Dancer and I just start going batshit crazy and I start cutting people up. I like it. I'm not disappointed with it.
Well, that's
So
good.
I really want you to at least. I know that you don't need to buy Taken King like you said. You've seen the enemies, but try because you should have gotten some. Well, no, maybe that's if you buy.
No,
Taken King.
it's one of these things where the little buffs that you can get, they don't come along until you actually buy year 2.
So
like, I
can't
get the black shader until I buy year 2 if I choose to.
So the strikes and everything like that are still only level 26 or whatever, right?
You mean the raids?
No, strikes. I'm talking like strike playlist if you want to do a strike.
Oh, yeah. Well, but those are just. I'm only.
Because they have strikes now for Taken King that are like 41. Wait, what level are you?
Don't say 41. I'm level like 31, 30. I'm somewhere in there.
Dude.
Well, yeah.
All right. Anyways,
I spent a chunk of time in it, but
I told Ryan, if I could transfer my character, I would. I would jump ship. I would go to the Xbox and I would game with them whenever they're available. I like the group that I'm with right now on the PS4, but I got to stick with it because I've invested 28 hours or whatever it is on the fucking app that tells me how many days I've invested in this damn game. But that's it. That's Destiny. Real quick, because I know we're coming up on the top of the hour. Super Mario Maker.
Oh, here we go.
I love this game. It has actually brought, I wouldn't say it's brought us closer because we are close anyways, but it's actually brought my son and I closer on a gaming level because it's so easy to make a level in this game compared to Little Big Planet. And yeah, I'll give Little Big Planet shit. They went too big with what they were trying to do in that game.
No, they went too little.
Yeah. Super Mario Maker makes it so easy, and this is where I wish that Nintendo would have had this become a launch game on the Wii U. This would have been a console seller. This game is so fun, and just the creativity and how easy it is, and the transition from Mario 1 to Mario 3 to Super Mario World to New Super Mario Brothers, and all the different things that you can do. And yeah, they at first said that it would take you 9 days to unlock everything, but they patched it up where you don't have to, and everybody was complaining about it, but I'm like, you know what? Take the time, because they actually have Mario Maker Challenge where you have 8 levels and you have 10 Marios, and you need to beat these random levels, and it's a throwback, and it's a nostalgia, like, I will see my son play 1-2 where he goes into the pipe and goes underground, and it's like, I tell him, and he goes, "You played this level?" I'm like, "No, I never played this level. You were playing a completely different version of this level, but it still has the same build of what you know. 2 Koopas that are coming down. You got the 6 rows of the question marks, and instead of a mushroom in that first one on the far, far left, it turns it into Princess Peach." And it actually has a Super Mario 2 sound effect where it goes ba-da-da-da-da-da, and it was like, oh my god, this is so awesome! And whenever you turn into Yoshi, it does the Yoshi's World little sound, or whatever. It's hard to talk about this game without actually showing it because there's so much that, like, I don't know if you guys watched that YouTube video that, I forgot what guy that's in our group posted about that link of one of the hardest.
Saturday, right?
Huh?
You're bringing it Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Good.
But so I didn't know about these people that have taken Super Mario World and created mods and created these horrific levels. And when I'm talking horrific levels, I'm talking there is no ground. You are constantly throwing shit and jumping and hitting P symbols, or you're hitting turtle shells and you're having to ricochet off of springs, and it's just the crazy amount of imagination that people have put into this to create, like, I will tell my son, and that's what's so cool about seeing my 7-year-old son, he will sit on the gamepad and it works just like a tablet with a stylus, is you draw where you want everything to go. And I'll tell him, I'm like, okay, spend 10 minutes, I want you to make a level for me, and then I'm going to play it. But remember, I have to beat it because he likes to mess with me, and he's like, so you can't even beat it. I'm like, yeah, that's a stupid level, I'm sorry.
Is there a way to beat it, though?
Huh?
Is there a way to beat it, though?
No, he likes to put a big old block wall, so whenever I try to jump for the flag, I hit the wall and I fall. And then
there's
he's like,
probably
you
a P block that you need to grab to unlock so that
he goes all the way up. He does a straight line all the way up.
So here's let me offer a suggestion. I'm not trying to derail you real quick.
No, go ahead.
If you've ever seen the Game Grumps, they've actually got a series of videos where they're playing one of the guys that's part of the Game Grumps called Rubber Ninja, or Ross.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of stuff that he's put up on there. They are insanely difficult levels. They are completable, because you have to be able to complete your own level before you can upload it. So
exactly.
It can be done.
So did you hear about Dan Reich? I keep going back to Giant Bomb, but that's like my favorite #1 podcast. Thank you, Ian, for getting me hooked on them. Did you hear about Dan's level that he did, where you actually went down a pipe and instead of going through the area, you had to jump, and you had to keep jumping on the flying turtles, and there was also flying stars. And if you hit the star, guess what happens?
Right
You
through the
fall right
turtle.
through all the turtles because you can't pounce on them. So everybody was giving him shit on Twitter about it, saying, "Fuck you, Dan, you suck." And he's just like, "What? That's a skillful level. I was able to beat it. You should be able to beat it." Because, like what Ian said, John, you cannot upload a level to the Mario World or whatever they call it without being able to beat it. You have to beat it to be able to upload it, which I think is genius. And that's what was so wrong with Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet had so many broken games. And
it was just an opportunity to put stuff up.
And that's what it was. It was a content creator. And
See, now one of the things that Ross does that I think is really funny is he actually, now it's behind the flag, so it doesn't keep you from stopping the level or completing the level, but he'll put one of those little trampolines right in front of the door. So Mario will grab the pole and do the thing, but then he'll go and bounce across this thing a couple of times, and then he'll actually stop and crouch down.
Yep.
And then the level will end.
But yeah, my son, he's created for me some horrible, horrible levels where he had where instead of bullet bobs get shot out, he had flying huge Koopas flying at me, like getting shot at me. He's created 3 gigantic Bowsers on top of each other where I had to learn to jump over them. He's pretty much created demon levels, and I'm like, okay, here's the thing though. You want to play with me, I'm about to mess with your mind, and I'm going to really mess you up, and you're going to get so upset with me because you're going to be like, this is impossible, the game is cheating. Because that's what you're trying to do to me. Like, he created one where he actually had about...
voice as you said that.
He had about 40 Koopas in a pyramid, and I had to be able to keep it pretty high up to where I couldn't hit the top one, or I would not be able to jump over to the next platform. And it's simple draw mechanics. I mean... Yeah. If you could draw with a stylus, that's all this game is. You drag, you drop. You drag, you drop. You have the menu bar up here.
You drop.
And the only thing I wish that they could do is like what I've heard on many other podcasts, where I wish that I could create, like in Super Mario World, where you had 1-1 and you had a map. I wish I could create a multitude of levels to where after I play your level, I'm just done with you, and I can look up other levels that you made instead of creating, here's my area to get to the castle, and here's 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, all the way through 1-8. I hope that they patch it to where you could actually do something like that. I know that there's like a 250 megabyte patch that I have not downloaded yet. Nobody knows what the update is, as far as I can tell. I read some articles today, but nobody knew what the changes were, so I am definitely loving this game. Like I said, I wish it was a console release because that would have helped this Wii U last a lot longer than it's going to, because with the new president, I cannot see this console lasting more than a year.
You know what? Actually, I think that new president is going to look at the amiibos, and I think he's going to take my side in it, where he's like, these things are making money right now. Let's get more of these out right now.
He was the one that actually told Satoru Iwata that the Wii U is not going to be a success because it is too similar to the Wii, and he is, he had some logical points, and he actually made sense. I still think it's a good system. I mean, it brought me back to love Nintendo all over again. I never really played a lot on the Wii. I didn't really find anything fascinating or enjoyable about move controls. I never owned a GameCube, so really the last console that I had before the Wii U was the Nintendo 64. So this has brought me back to my appreciation of what, and it pisses me off that I'm going to miss out on Star Fox this year, but oh well.
It'll be next year when you have...
I know, a quarter, but I am really cautious about it because of what everybody's been saying about you have to look at the screen on the gamepad and you have to use gyroscope, which I don't like at all.
I'm sure they'll make a Gamepad Pro version of the fucking thing because there's no way. There's no way that they can think that geriatric-ass motherfuckers like us can sit in a chair and constantly lift the damn thing up. Look, Scott's crying. Can lift the damn thing up so that we can do that. That tablet is heavy, motherfucker. That tablet
Supposedly,
is...
everybody uses that in Splatoon. Nobody uses dual analog. which I
Really?
don't understand. I tried it. No, it sucks. It is terrible. I can't. I guess it's just from me always playing ever since Nintendo 64. I always played on an Xbox, on a PS2, on a PS3, on an Xbox 360, whatever. I just don't get how I can go like this and constantly and go.
See, and that was one of the things that drove me nuts about Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. Is the most precise way to fucking aim the arrow and the slingshot and all that shit was with the gyro
Oh
bullshit.
God, no.
I couldn't fucking stand it because I look like an idiot. Like I'm at my house though, so that's safe-ish. I'm
Yeah.
at my house in my recliner sitting there. It's like I gotta line up the shot, and then all of a sudden my recliner starts leaning back. It's like, God dang it! Now I gotta bring it back down. I mean, it was precise, but it's like that's not ideal at
That
all.
would drive me nuts.
Yep.
I couldn't do that.
Agreed.
So that's it.
Okay, so does anybody have any other things that we didn't talk about that you want to talk about?
The only other thing was I streamed some Gears Ultimate and I got my ass handed to me and I sucked.
Was that story? Did you die in the story missions? Is that
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah, it was a part right after you go into the cathedral and those, what are they called, the little things that screech come out of the vent.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can't fucking
I
remember.
forgot what they
now.
called them
I
also.
want to call them imps, but that's not right.
And then they started coming from the vent, and yeah, I forgot they come out.
It's Wretch.
A
It's a
wretch.
Wretch.
Wretch! Yeah, that's right. That's what he screams. But yeah, I forgot they come from behind in that little hole, and I started backing up because I'm like, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. And then all of a sudden, I hear this, and I'm like, oh my, yeah. And yeah, I'll keep that in the podcast too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, what we should do is once it becomes available to you, because since you have that version of the game, you'll have access to all the 360 versions. Now I have access.
So what does that mean? Will I be able to download it for free, or do
Yes.
I have? Are you
No.
serious?
Yeah. Once the backwards compatibility goes live, you will have the ability to, and once they release it to the people that bought that game,
Man.
you will be able to download 1, 2, and 3 and Judgment. Now, I haven't played Judgment, so I'm looking for someone to play Judgment with. So this
That
gives
made
me,
this game all the more worth owning. Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
So you're getting all that backlog that you sold to buy your PlayStation 4, asshole.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, anyways, I'll admit, if you're looking for an HD upgrade, it really doesn't look much different. And that may be just me and how great that game looked, but I really don't see a difference.
See, and that's why I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Like I bought the Master Chief Collection because I didn't think they were going to do backwards compatibility, and guess what they did? Although I'm not going to lie to you, I probably would have bought it because it has the Halo 2 Anniversary Edition in there,
Well,
and
sure.
that's pretty cool. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, we got Halo 5 on the horizon. I don't think you and I are going to get a chance to burn through all 4 of those games before that comes out.
I know.
Did
And
you ever finish 4? I mean, we could just focus
oh
on
yeah,
4.
we could do 4 again. I don't mind doing 4 again
Okay.
since I got my new gamer tag up and everything. But yeah, I did play through 4. I know that was like a 5-6 hour mission or game or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't mind doing 4 again. I'm kind of already getting tired of 1.
Yeah, it is.
And it is what it is. It's like you play it, you appreciate it, and you move on. It is for the people that have never played it before, but
See, and
it's
that's
not
the
one of
thing
those
that
ones
I was actually afraid of when I was playing the Batman games, and I started with Origin, and
Sure.
I worked all the way through. I was like, by the time I get to 9, I'm going to be burned out on the way these games play.
Yeah,
Luckily enough, I wasn't. Until that
for other
fucking,
reasons.
fucking Batman.
Yeah, save it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saving it. I'm fucking rage is just building inside of me about it, but I'm saving it. So anything else anybody wants to talk about? Nope.
No, I'm good.
Nope. John, because you won't shut the fuck up. I need you to just
Hey.
stop.
John's just anxiously awaiting Fallout 4 and the bugs that will be happening on day one.
I'm right there with you.
You know what?
I'm going to stream the fuck out of that thing.
I am going to stream the fuck out of it too.
Yeah, well, don't forget to turn your stream off at some point.
Hey, you know what? I prefer to just let it stream with, like BRB.
Yeah, I'll be right back after, sleep
16
and then work, and then I'll maybe come back to it after the kids are asleep.
It happens.
Yes. I will be sure to let you know when you leave that shit on then.
Oh, I'm sure I'll get a message from you. Hey, dumbass.
It's
You
3 a.m.
left it on.
You should go to bed.
I don't want to go sleep. You can't make me.
All right, so with that being said, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap up episode 41 of the Super Barley Brothers. It is beer pumpkin time, and it's still hot as fuck outside. It's not what I said the title was. Oh, well, fuck it, I don't give a shit. If there's anything else that you guys are looking for, as we mentioned, there is another group that I'm a part of, Late Night Enforcers, that we're kind of trying to commingle the Super Barley Brothers and the Late Night Enforcers kind of sorted type style and stuff.
We do love each other, so there is no animosity between the groups.
Lobster dinners and kisses full on the mouth. It happens. There's some ATM going on. Look that up. No, don't look that up.
That is not a good search to do on an Urban Dictionary.
So
you do not want to do that.
Check out the Late Night Enforcers again. Well, me, Scott, and Ryan will have the Batman Arkham review bonanza spoilerific type of thing going on. So we'll definitely do that. Check that out. Subscribe to that. I myself, I am on any fucking thing of social media that you can find with the name Fiend7502, like that, like right down there underneath Fiend75002. Vine, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, MySpace, I guess, Google Plus, if that's still a thing. I don't know. John, where can we find you?
You can find me on everything else as well. Phoenix42, PH03, NIX42.
Okay, and Scott, where can we find you?
Flip42, FL1P42. I'm going to try to start streaming more, but, man, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what we're going to do. What's going to happen for certain is when you get Halo 5, because you're going to get it, you, me, and Ryan, and possibly the person that's going to win the free copy of Halo 5 that's going to be available on one of the Late Night Enforcers live podcasts that we're going to do, we're going to do a stream where we play through Ryan's stream so that everybody can be heard. So it will come across like this, where everybody can hear everybody. Not like if you stream with me, where you can only hear me, because he's put in the time and the money to get a rig to be able to do proper streaming. So we'll do that. We'll have some fun with that. All right. Anything else?
Nope,
all right, go to bed, motherfuckers. Get into bed, brush your teeth. You've been standing in there for 20 minutes. Brush your teeth, get into bed. All right, guys.
We have work in the morning.
You hear my voice crack? That was
did.
All right, guys. Beautiful time. All right, guys. Have yourselves a good night or afternoon or morning or whatever. Just go back to work, go to sleep, grab a bite to eat. Do something. Bye.
Jeez.